Can even things up between these two guys right here. Big.
And I think officially, you look at the score HUD, he's got Saf.
Yeah.
We've dropped the Mu.
The Mu's gone, it's just Safa. So he's going to start with it first at the 45 after the short kick. I'll be here early in the season, just kickoffs in general are just, it's not good. You know what I mean? It's so inconsistent between the short kicks and the long kicks and
going out of bounds. So we've seen some guys botch the catch on it on the other way. We've seen some returns the other way.
I think that's why we've seen some power guys that have just decided they're going to kick it into the end zone.
This is going to be a good game right here. And Musafa, he's gotten a lot of momentum after starting 0-2, got himself the big win against Problem.
And to be real, Safa's he's a streaky player. You get that feeling like once he gets it going, you better watch out.
Yeah, yes, I do get that feeling from him. And that's good for him that he was able to get it going after starting off 0-2. A lot of people, their body language gets different. They're down in the dumps. But Safa was still bringing that fire and passion. Boy, did it pay off on him. And, you know, getting a win against Problem, that's a big deal. That's a nice feather in your cap. Not a lot of people have that feather in their cap, especially in, you know, league or tournament play.
Threw one of the most pretty balls I've ever seen against Stevie J in Orlando. It's a clutch throw that led to the victory. Kind of squeezed it on a deep post in between three guys.
Musafa Jones, real name Jamal Daniels, 22 from Atlanta, Georgia. Said call out his Aunt Val, who's at home watching. His girlfriend Sheila. Shout out to them.
Ball at the 50-yard line.
I got for Tweez, I said, written down here, Tweez, who do you want me to call out? He just said Mom and Pops.
That's all you need.
So shout out to Mama Tweez and Papa Tweez back home in New Orleans.
Ball at the 50. After the loss of 6. 2nd and 16. Walker got tripped up. Gain of 2. 3rd and 14.
Big play early on here for Safa. Tweez has been thriving on defense all season long so far. See if he can get a big stop here on this 3rd down early.
Needs to get to the 34.
Oh, he's screaming. He's screaming.
They had a pressure up the middle that they picked up, but watch off the left edge of your screen.
Sends the heat. Tweez with that 504 hat.
Jermaine Whitehead, the course silver from Green Bay, came in and made the play.
My bugging, I couldn't remember back when I was at the 504 boys.
504.
Is that the Hot Boys? Back in the day, we used to them.
Is that the Shop Boys?
They're from Louisiana. I'm just throwing it out there. All right, enough of me trying to reference music. We know how that goes.
Stick with the Phil Collins references and keep within your, you can't outkick your coverage. Another tremendous punt to the 40-yard line. And I get it, it's the gamble, right? It's salary cap mode. You got 900 cap. The last thing you want to do is spend precious points on a punter.
Yeah, and we talk about it all the time. 5-minute quarter game. You're not planning on punting the ball that often. A lot of times you're going to find yourself in 4-down territory, or you have confidence in yourself that you're going to be able to go down and get points on almost each possession. So spending that extra cap on a punter is just not something that makes a lot of sense, especially in this mode.
Cunningham.
Reed.
When you get back to HQ, I want some affordable punters with legs. I can't even look at it anymore.
See what I can do for you.
1st and 10 at the 48. Cunningham rolls to the right. buying time, and he'll throw it away. 2nd and 10.
One small subtle thing that I wanted to call out on that last play is you saw Musafa manually take the cornerback and back him up every now and then. And that's something you'll see from high-level players. They're not just going to let the defenders align in their default positions. You see how he's taking that corner right there, moving them to the middle of the field? These guys will manually take players and put them in specific spots for their defense that they've practiced.
There's that low throw again.
It's something you see on a high level. I remember the first time I went to a tournament and I saw these guys manually moving the defense up. They're moving the linebacker into this gap. They're backing up this cornerback. They're moving down this safety. I used to just let the AI just align default, but when you're playing on a high-level Madden, that's something that you need to learn to know how to do is manually put defenders in the place you want them. You might end up with a sack just like that.
Woodley gets in there. And RG, is that based off of what the offense is showing?
Yeah, absolutely. And then sometimes you have your own setups where you know for this specific blitz, I always want to back up the cornerback. I always want to move him right to this spot because it makes it harder for the offense to pick it up. So it goes both ways. Sometimes there's adjustments specific to what the offense is doing, and sometimes you want to move them in a specific spot just because the defense you're calling, and that's your setup.
Here's a big 4th and 16 at the 46. 2:17 to go in the quarter.
This is big. Is he really going for this? We know he didn't spend on a punter. Here it is, Cole.
Runs the verticals and nearly picked off. Probably best for Musafa that just went to the ground that Night Train Lane couldn't grab on.
Yeah, you don't want the interception in that situation because then it's almost like a punt. Night Train, fortunate to just knock it down. Saved Musafa about 15 to 20 yards on that one, and he's already in Tweez territory.
Ball at the 46. So after he punted, got the stop. He's really right back where he started.
Musafa, another one of these players that runs this gun bunch type formation in this West Coast offensive playbook. And Tweez right now rocking that Kansas City defensive playbook.
Flips the script. Has a man, and it's Wallace. And he hangs on down at the 20.
Musafa Jones really beginning to settle down. Tweez trying to take that underneath route, forgets about the deep post over the middle. Musafa throws a laser, big gain. Run right here.
Against the base of line. And the corner comes in unblocked. That's a loss of 2. Renfro on the tackle.
Yeah, a lot of people like this West Coast playbook that run gun bunch because it is the only playbook that has that deep post route coming across the middle. And that route is very hard to stop. A lot of times the only thing you can do is take it away yourself. It's a big part of these players' bread and butter, knowing they can go to that route when they really need it.
Walker.
There goes Musafa, bad stick though.
Had a chance to work his way into the end zone. He zigged when he should have zagged.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he could have just kept running straight. I thought he would have beat the defender to the end zone.
At least carried him in there.
Made him a little nervous. Be kicking himself if he can't punch this in for 6. Tweez has been known to get a little stingy on the goal line.
Switches that camera view. That's when you know. Stretches it out. Some of those guys like to change the view when they're setting up a run to have maybe more of a bird's eye view. That might be the difference between cutting it back.
To see the outside, and you do that by, see how he changed his camera right there? You press up and down on the D-pad on the controller, and that's going to give you a variety of different camera angles.
Hands it off to Walker. 3rd and goal from the 1. Hold the door time.
Yeah, do your best Hodor impression for all my Game of Thrones fans out there.
I tell you, at the Super Bowl, we were well north of the wall.
It was, when we landed in California, I had never been so happy. It was cold. And this is, coming from a guy that grew up in Boston.
All right, so the end of the first. Let's go over to the other game here with 51 seconds remaining. Chaos has actually got a 7-0 lead over True.
Wow, True started off so strong this season.
Here's the touchdown. Gets his first offensive touchdown of the Ultimate League season.
And that's a reason to celebrate. Week 4.
Slides. I'll mark him at the 47. That's going to be 3rd and inches. It's where the ball is on that slide.
This is a big game for Chaos. This will be big for his morale. I mean, you got True currently at 1-2. Chaos 0-3.
Just telling you, you don't want me calling you Klaus. I mess up names all the time, but you don't want me to start to do it intentionally.
That's savage. Uh-oh, True.
Early. And so at the end of the first, 7-0, Chaos with the lead. Got some good ones thus far. 0-0 between Tweez and Musafa, and a 7-0 lead for Chaos over True. Back here at the start of the second quarter, we got a good game between Tweez and Musafa. 0-0. And when we ended the first quarter, Safa was in the red zone. 3rd and goal at the 1. Biggest play of the game.
See what Tweez got right here.
Going to Walker.
Oh, he's in the backfield. That's blown up.
And there is Atwater, the former Bronco great, with the stop. And remember, he could have walked it in, we thought, with Herschel Walker on that long run. Now, what are you going to do here? This might, he's going to rethink things.
Oh. Uh-oh.
After the offsides, half the distance to the goal, 4th and goal from the 1.
Did Tweez just put him in a mental pretzel where he wanted him to go for this? I mean, he blew up this run last time out. I think he's going to run that inside dive to Walker. Here it goes.
And Herschel. He was going to kick the 3. Instead, he gets 6.
Safa, one of his patented celebrations, gets animated. You saw Donnie earlier on in the season give him that 95 overall post-play celebration rating. Safa turns up right there after the big 4th down. And how about the guts of Safa, just ready to kick the field goal. Tweez gives him 1 extra yard, and Safa says, you know what, that's all I needed. I'm ready to risk it for the biscuit, and boy, does it pay off.
Take a look at it again, RG.
Boom, and that's just Herschel Walker. There's the emotion, 95 plus post-play celebration rating from Donnie Moore himself, Musafa Jones.
So 1st and 10 at the 37 after the score by Safa. Tweez has got to answer.
See what Tweez can respond. Remember, he was a huge underdog coming into this tournament due to his lack of salary cap experience. He was a regs play now type player. Started off 2-0 in his division. Lost his last game to Joke in week 3 in a close one.
False start on Jack Conklin. So they back him up 5. 2nd and 13 now.
He's just staying in this strong, close formation. Relentlessly going to this dive and off tackle. Now we know he likes to throw this low throw on this fade and goes play.
Empties out the backfield. Watch for the scramble. Cunningham. standing tall, and he'll just throw it away. Had everyone going deep.
And you'll see that all the time. We always call this out before our more casual users out there. You'll notice these players aren't afraid to throw the ball away. They're not going to always force things down the field. If you got them locked up, they'll roll out, click in that right stick, throw the ball away, and live to fight another down. And that's mature John Madden football right there. Most people don't like throwing away downs like that, but sometimes it's the best thing to do.
3rd and 13. Tweez looking down the field and threw that one into coverage, nearly picked off. He's 1 of 6 with Cunningham.
Musafa banging his foot on the ground, screaming he needs it. Tweez scratching his neck, pondering what he's going to do here. And I think the young Grizzly's going to go for it on 4th and 13. And this is big in his own territory. This is huge, Scott. Musafa stops him. He's already in field goal range. Can make it 2 possessions.
Got to get to the 47.
It's good defense. Tweez lets it go.
And a clutch first down. How many times can he run that playmaker?
And a subtle fist pump right there from Tweez. Not as animated as Musafa, but nonetheless a big play. There's that playmaker, like you said. Coltrane presses the A button, which gives you a possession catch, which means secure the ball, get down, don't try to run. Good execution on a key 4th down for Tweez.
Quick drop.
Good pocket presence. Wow, that's a
low throw. Doesn't have it, dropped it. It was in his hands. It couldn't hang on.
You see how good though Tweez is in the pocket? He stands there, he sets, lets the block set up, he'll roll out if he needs to. Look at this. Boom, steps up, waits for him to get open, and throw it away if he needs to. It's just smart football right there.
He's done a great job at extending plays all season long.
It's those little things you got to pay attention to if you want to take your game to the next level. Pocket presence, moving away from the pressure, throwing the ball away when you need to. Tweez showing you good examples of all of that.
3rd and 10 at the 34. Edge of field goal range, he'll use a timeout. 3:08 to go in the half.
Out of this spread formation, if you're Musafa, you got to know what Tweez likes. He likes these 2 out routes on the outside, either a streak on the outside or that low throw out route to one of those slot receivers.
Cunningham.
There's the low throw.
Low throw to Grant. That'll pick up the first down. It's really been there for him all year long.
And again, if you're wondering how to do that low throw, it's just you hold the LB button as you're passing it, and you aim the left stick down in the direction you want it to go, and that's going to give you that low throw type trajectory on your pass. That's what these players are doing to execute that.
Cunningham. And somehow Ginn hangs on to it at the 4-yard line.
Tweez just coming up big, moving the ball, gets it to Musafa's 4-yard line, and this is going to be a big 4 yards right here. Can Musafa stand up for himself, hold the door himself?
So after the gain of 17, it's 1st and goal from the 4.
I think it's going to be an off tackle here from Tweez. Yep, off tackle to the right.
Henry gets stood up by Woodley. I'm telling you, that Lamar Woodley flashback.
Good item.
It's a heck of an item.
Good item. Good at rushing the quarterback. Good at stopping the run. Got some speed if you need to put him in coverage. Tweez goes spread right here.
There's the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal from the 4. Trying to tie the game. Musafa punched it in on a 4th and goal from the 1.
And watch the off tackle again, left.
And once again, stopped it. This time it looked like Suggs.
See what Tweez has right here. We know he wants to go to that off tackle in the goal line on the strong close. Musafa seems ready for it. Be interesting to see what Tweez has in his bag bag of tricks here for this big third down. And he's in the spread, the single back spread right here.
Only thing I can tell you is it's going to be a low throw. 3rd and goal from the 5.
Gotta watch Grant on your left. Left slot.
Comes back.
What a read.
And Hill. I was looking left, he came back right.
I think that's what Musafa was doing too. Tweez catching us off guard, goes to a different read in his progression, but makes the right choice. It was a low throw though.
I think that was Hill on a hot route from the outside.
Deep dig.
And it's 7-7.
Good ball game. Musafa stops, waits, little stick work.
Takes it out to the 40. So 150, he's got 2 timeouts. At the least, you want to go into the half tied if you're Musafa.
Yep, but he's with a minute 50, he's going to go for it. He's going to try to put a real drive together right here. Like I said, you need to be careful that the young Grizzly Tweez don't lurk something. Oh!
Hit deep downfield, nearly turned it over. That throw felt late.
Tweez is screaming.
Let's go for a game break.
Defense chaos, running the ball, and then boom, a huge hit right there, forcing the fumble, getting the ball back for himself and the Jaguars. Chaos cannot believe it. Just like a lot of the turnovers he's had this season, a lot of reaction to it. Trueboy trying to get 3 points before the end of the half. Off the crossbar. It is 7-3 at halftime. Chaos with the lead.
So True gets straight Matumbo'd at the end of the half. 7-3 over there. 7-7 over here. 73 seconds left in the half. Ball at the 32 as Musafa is on a drive.
Yeah, and Musafa again gets Tweez to bite down on that underneath route, gets the post route deep over the middle, and that's just blatantly his bread and butter.
Walker down to the 20 now, gain of 12. It's going to be 1st and 10.
Good halfback drive. They're getting a lot of good yards out of this draw, but you got to think, people should be ready for it. It's the only run play out of that gun bunch formation when you're in that West Coast playbook. There's just so much to account for.
For some reason, it does really well against that 3-man front.
Yeah. Well, to stop the draw, you need a lot of traffic, right? So if you're not blitzing and you only got a 3-man front, the rest of your linebackers and defense is dropping back into coverage. Really opens up some room.
2nd and 5. Ball at the 15.
Really need to be blitzing. And you know, if you're blitzing against this bunch formation, you just leave yourself susceptible to those flat passes. Yep, you saw it right there.
A delay again, this time all the way to the 8. So it's going to be 1st and goal. Clock on the move. You got to be mindful of that with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, I think Musafa's not going to be in any rush here. He's going to make sure Tweez doesn't get this ball back.
Pitch play.
Any significant amount of time. Musafa, though, you got to be careful here. You don't want to turn the ball over.
1 timeout remaining, 2nd and goal. 23 seconds to go.
He's going to play action this, go to the post route, over, up top.
Be mindful of the wheel.
Nope.
Scream. Oh, gets away. Then makes the throw anyway.
Oh.
Says he needs it. Well, you got it.
And that's what Dubby and the rest of the guys will tell you is when you got your needed shirts on or you support the movement, every now and then you'll get one of those breaks. Anytime you get a broken sack, that's considered a break. Like Musafa said, he needs it, and that was a big touchdown before the end of the first half. Put him up 7, assuming he hits this extra point.
Went off sides again. Theoretically could have gone for 2 from the 1-yard line, but he'll kick it through and make it a touchdown lead with 19 seconds before the half.
Look at Tweez's body language, not too happy about giving that one up. And Musafa has found new life in this Ultimate League season. I'm surprised we haven't seen more people take a page out of Deliverance plate.
With the hands team audible.
Yeah, there's that broken sack.
Can't believe he threw that, by the way.
What I'm referencing right there is you see this pooch kick that, goes to these 10-cap fullbacks and tight ends with no speed. What we saw Deliverance do is come out in his hands team, then audible the kick return. So when you pooch kick, you actually got some speed there and you're a threat to return the ball. Well, good read.
Ever thought about substitutions for special teams, or is that too glitchy?
No, that would be a fantastic thing. It's something I think you would hope to see in Madden in the future. It's just,
especially with salary cap, where you don't have a 53-man roster.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a very fair suggestion. It's fair feedback. You just got to find time to build that, UI.
I'll head down there. I'm free this summer. There's no Madden. I'll head down there.
We might need to hire True Boy. He saw him. He's trying to be a software engineer.
2nd and 15. After the penalty.
I don't think we need you touching anything.
No, please, no. Keep me out of there. If you need me to record a few things, lay down the voice, I'll be glad to. But don't let me touch the gameplay.
I'm still waiting for my Scott Cole DLC.
3rd and 18. I'm not doing it unless you're on it too. 1 second left in the half.
Tweez he's gonna run the ball right here, trying to break a big one. It's gonna be off tackle to the right.
See Safa, Safa's using a guy.
Oh, that was dirty!
50 yards down the field.
That would have been so nasty though, Cole.
Safa was standing at the 10-yard line down there because he knows it can happen.
Well, Tweez almost got out in the open field with a nasty spin. Nonetheless, all the momentum right there for Musafa at the end of that second half.
Here at the half, that game is 14-7. Musafa with the lead, and then Chaos with a 7-3 lead over True. So the start of the third quarter between Musafa and Tweez. Musafa with a 7-point lead. Chaos and True in a lower scoring game, 7-3. Little cross division play here in the Legend Conference.
Feeling the little beat we got going on in the background.
Hey, I told them I got bars for days. If they'll let me flow one time.
What?
I'm telling you.
I need the segment. I know they hear me somewhere in the truck.
Steps out of bounds at the 31.
So this is important for Tweez, though, to get the ball to start this second half. Have a chance to go down and tie this ball game. Get yourself some momentum. Really need to come out strong on this drive. Get back on track against Musafa, who's been playing lights out his last few games of this Ultimate League season. Really starting to find his groove.
So 2nd and 13, ball at the 28.
There you go. You see Musafa. There's his defensive play art. So right now you're seeing the game from Musafa's point of view.
Somehow gets away from the pressure. And then he's just going to throw this away outside the tackle box.
You got to think, Tweez, he's starting to run out of firepower on offense. I think everyone's kind of scouted him this season. That they know what's coming out of a lot of these formations. It's making it very difficult for Tweez to move this rock.
Good user downfield, but he brings him back.
Dodge Rick, ill spin.
And Tyreek Hill with a big gain down at the 32.
This ain't a league of their own, but you can call him Dottie. Big first down to get into Musafa territory.
That's huge play on 3rd down. 1st and 10 now. Come on. Just working that Bo Jackson. Shameless.
Look at this, that low throw.
The big
game of inches, Scott. So close.
That big body of Bo Jackson able to shield off Amos. And now it's 1st and goal from the 4.
Musafa has a good game face, though. Hasn't been getting too discouraged. Some things haven't gone his way, though. He stays in there. He stays gritty. Here's the draw. Watch the run dot. Draw to Cunningham. Here it goes. Run dot. Run dot.
Touchdown, Tweez.
And that is the play we saw win Tweez the El Paso Challenger event. That is a nasty run play. Motion out the running back. You get empty. I think it's a pass play, and if you haven't watched the tape on him, he'll get you with that one every time. It was a designed quarterback draw right there, Scott. Very good play by Tweez, and he uses that at the right time. He doesn't overuse that play at all. Uh-oh!
Almost got loose. Tracked down at the 45. Look at this again. We've seen it.
Yeah, it's an auto motion. Motions out the back, runs, and then everyone just starts run blocking. And good stick work for Tweez and Cunningham. Look at the young Grizzly, just bobs his head, knows he's back in the ball game.
1st and 10. Ball at the 45. Tie game with 3:36.
Tweez has got to watch. First of all, there you go. With
Clowney jumps.
It's
1st and 5 now for Musafa.
If you're Tweez, you need to find a way to take away this deep post route from the outside wide receiver from Musafa. It's blatantly his bread and butter. He's hit you with it multiple times. You're going to have to bait him at some point. Pick that route off.
Look at those adjustments on defense.
Run, dive.
Try to audible to the cover 4. Stays in that Tampa 2. Let's double box it here in the 3rd. We got 1st and 10, tied at 14. 7-3 on the other side, and a 3rd and inches for True. It's been a tough one. We haven't seen a lot of the Chaos True game. It's because it's been really, really grindy.
Yeah, 7-3 grindy, that's the right word. Got 2 good ball games going on right here on the virtual gridiron.
So that's going to bring up a key play. He pitches it to the outside, gets a block, and picks up the 1st down. Huge.
I like the double box. It's nonstop action going on. Musafa already in Tweez territory.
Yeah, we're not double dipping the chip. We got respect. It's 3rd and 1 on the left side to tie game. True is in the red zone on the right. Gurley brought down at the 12. Musafa picks up the 1st down.
You never gave me an answer. Is it double dipping the chip in real life if we're eating chips and dip? If I dip the chip, eat it, but then I flip it around and dip it again, but not the side that I bit it on. Is that a double dip?
You technically are double dipping the chip.
But it's not the scum one.
But you're showing at least some responsibility.
I'm not
for
a
the
complete
dip.
savage.
And you can't put your mouth side back in there.
No, absolutely not. I'm not talking about that. There goes True.
Touchdown, True boy. And he's going to take the lead. Struggling on offense for the majority, but finally gets in here in the 3rd. And that'll make it 10-7. True and Chaos.
Big drive right there for True.
Oh, we got a pick.
Tweez!
Tweez looks like he might take this one to the house. 30, 20, 10. Tweez on top.
That's all we needed.
The young Grizzly, 1 stop. That's all we needed. Stays calm, cool, and collected after the pick 6. No big deal.
Musafa and Tweez with a pick 6 here in the 3rd, and that'll give them the lead. Tweez 2 and 1, Musafa 1 and 2, and that was huge.
I'm telling you, young Trey Horn, 20 years old from New Orleans, Louisiana. I mean, he might not play a lot of salary cap, but he gets down on some John Madden football, and he can play some defense. And he might not be an EMB, but here's the pick. He's got some lab partners to go along with it. He's labs with Shift God Cole, I'm Wild, Bam, Merksta, Stickwork, and VTech.
That's a good crew. We talked about the key players. That was Harrison Smith, playoff version. We highlighted him at the top of the kickoff and made a big play right there. That's why we take the time to let you know the guys to look out for. He was one of them, made a big play.
There's that dig halfback out play from Musafa. It has that glitchy post route in it for another big game. I'm telling you, you go get the West Coast playbook, run that dig halfback out. And that isolated post route from your flanker receiver that's a money play.
Hands it off to Walker, first down. Harrison Smith comes up on the stop.
A little frustrating if you're Musafa. I felt like if he just stayed straight right there, he could have went to the crib. And you hate when that happens, where you got a big run, but you don't make, you're always happy to get a big game, but when you don't make the most of it.
That's twice.
It could be frustrating. Yeah, it's not a good feeling.
Just outside the red zone at the 21. Waning seconds, here the third. Gets out of the pressure.
Good stick work.
Can turn it upfield, he will. Mariota!
Jinx, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll get you a Coke or a Pepsi here soon. Actually, I think the rules of Jinx is I can't talk the rest of the game, so RG will be taking you in the fourth quarter.
Don't do that. It's just a habit.
And all the way down to the 2, and it's going to be first and goal from the 2-yard line for Musafa when we start the fourth quarter. So there's the scores, 21-14. Tweez with a 7-point lead. Chaos trailing by 3 to True as we start to head to the fourth quarter. Start of the fourth quarter here in Los Angeles. Tweez with a 21-14 lead over Musafa. True up by 3 over Chaos. Still 5 minutes to go. It's anyone's game.
I'm just thinking about that scramble by Mariota where I jinxed it. I don't know what I was thinking. I need you to talk up here, but that was some good stick work by Musafa. Tweez not happy about it, and here goes Musafa on Tweez's 2-yard line. Getting ready to tie this ball game up, assuming he can get in for a touchdown.
Up under center. He's going to go to Walker, and he forces his way in. And pending the extra point, we're going to be tied once again.
It's a big touchdown right there for Musafa. Tweez's offense has not been too biblical this game. Got the go-ahead touchdown on defense, so if you're Musafa, that's big to get in for a touchdown. Put the pressure back on Tweez and make him drive down the field.
That's the difference between the casual player and the professional. You throw a pick 6, and you have the gumption to put a drive together and retie the game.
Very well said, Scott. Very well said.
Takes the ball.
Ooh.
Had some room for a moment. Steps out of bounds at the 38.
That's where you want that speedster there, I'm telling you. I'm gonna take a page out of Deliverance's playbook. I see you pooch kick me once, I'm coming out with the hands team and audible in after that.
First and 10. Watch for the off tackle or he's gonna go the air. Really your only 2 options. This stutter and go. Something that worked well for him. As Henry steps over 1, fights through another. Brought down at the 42. That stutter go was really working for him early in the season. But sort of through the scouting of folks watching his gameplay, they've sort of cut that completely out of his arsenal.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're sitting on it. And it's a throw over the middle, and anytime you throw over the middle, you're flirting with your competitive future defender. Tweez on his horse.
Henry was untouched down to the 18, ran right up the gut.
Yeah, but you don't want to be flirting with your opponent's user defender. It's the most deadly player on the field on that defense at all times. And
if you're Safa, you got to hold him to 3. Maybe a possession or 2 left in this game.
It'll be interesting to see how Tweez manages this clock. Yeah, there he goes, choose the clock. Trying to get this game over with. Speed it up. 1.
Off tackle. Gain of 1. It's going to bring up his 3rd and 8 from the 17.
If you're Tweez, you got to be careful chewing clock here, though, on this 3rd and 8. And he chewed clock, but it's not going to give him much time to make adjustments here at the line of scrimmage. You see the play clock, 5, 4. He has to quick hike.
Low throw, and it's into the dirt.
Inaccurate. And that's one of those risks with those low throws. Sure, there'll be money every now and then, but they'll increase your chance of an inaccurate pass. And what happened to Tweez right there, he's going to have to settle for 3.
So Night Train Lane jumped. Doesn't matter because he's got a perfect kick. It's up and it's good.
What a ball game.
So the lead is 3. 2:50 to go. Little pause. See if you can sort of get that kick team in. And let's just take a quick peek. Over on the other side, 2:10 left. 10-7. Chaos with the ball. He's got it at the 31. He's going to run this thing all the way down to the 2-minute warning. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 with only 2 minutes to go.
Defensive ball game going on over here, and Chaos true.
So Chaos on this drive had a nice 4th down conversion that kept the drive alive, and now he's down here to the 31.
Let's see what the small forward from Compton State, Baltimore, Maryland can put together here.
The Eagles.
Says he's been getting a lot of minutes too. He's 25+ minutes a game right now.
I tell you, they're most known for 1997 beat number 2 South Carolina inside the March Madness. It was a huge upset.
How do you have that stat? Like, where do you store
Hey, anytime. Hey, I'm a Clemson guy, so anytime South Carolina reaches a state of embarrassment, it's embedded on your brain. 3rd and 5.
Ooh, free play.
Go to the end zone, and he
Free
does!
play. Oh!
Just overthrew him. Bit too much on the pass lead.
At least Chaos keeping his cool. Last time he got a bad throw, he went viral. This time he's keeping it together. It's 3rd and inches, though. He didn't get the 1st down.
High formation. Will he sneak it? He will, and the ball clearly over the yard to gain.
Big 1st down for Chaos, and that's not a give me versus True. True's got some of the best short yardage defense on the circuit. Chaos very fortunate to get that 1st down. He needs to make sure he doesn't turn the ball over here. He needs to protect this rock, take 3 if need be, or turn it upfield and get in for 6.
Nice spin to the 12. We talked about how anemic his offensive skill players were, but he shows a little stick there.
Yeah, nice steerable spin. Ken Oslander trying to sniff his first victory here in the Ultimate League season. True trying to avoid going to a 1-3 record. It's a big game for both of these competitors.
2nd and 3. That was after True in his first game came out and beat Musafa 37-7.
Speaking of Safa, we got action over there on the left. Safa already in field goal range in the 4th quarter.
It's 24-21.
Wow, these are 2 good games we got going on here, Cole. This is bananas.
Under a minute now. 2nd and 7 on the left. 3rd and 4 on the right. Both down by a field goal. Trying to maybe win it. Chaos to the end zone.
Oh, that's a hot one.
Touchdown.
Yeah, there you go, Chaos. You deserve it. 2nd touchdown to Ultimate League on offense for him. And boy, did that one come at an ideal time.
So he'll go up 4. Musafa trying to grind it out here on the left. 36 seconds left for Musafa Jones.
Oh, this is good. And you got True Boy on the G.O.A.T drive over there on your right with 1:07 left. Big 3rd and 3 on your left for Musafa Jones.
Got 3 timeouts, ball at the 15. Trailing by a field goal.
Big play right here.
Bunch to the right, solo left is Mike Wallace, and he'll move up under center.
Musafa goes to a single back doubles type look. We haven't seen this from him yet.
Inside run.
Goes dive.
Couldn't win the tackle battle, but gets a fresh set of downs at the 9.
That fresh set of downs to play with is big for Musafa. Gets to continue to kill clock. Trying to score the go-ahead touchdown with no time left. Tweez needs to get stingy on defense here. Trying to force overtime, or even better, get a turnover for the win.
1st and goal, 31 seconds left of the game.
Stretch left.
And out of the corner of my eye, it's wild over there. We'll let the guys bring you up to date on what happened in the other game.
I want to steal the thunder,
No,
but I won't.
You can't do it, RG. 2nd and goal.
Oh, we got action right now in week 4 of the Ultimate League.
Needs 9, but a field goal will tie it. That's Herschel. Let's get a quick update.
Guys, thanks for not stealing our thunder. A huge play over here. True Boy gets the ball back, and Rico, he is going deep.
Somebody keep an eye on Chaos. What?
Oh, that is a tough way to go down late. It is 17-14, 35 seconds left. Chaos driving again.
Thanks, guys. 3rd and goal, 10 seconds left. 1 play before he forces overtime. Can't get greedy. Got to be smart. Can Musafa get a last-second touchdown in this one? Motions out. Watch for the scramble. Sets his feet. Nothing there, nothing there. Lets it go. Low throw! Musafa! 99 celebration.
Oh, yeah, that's 99. Look at the emotion of Musafa. With ice in his veins, stands back in the pocket, calm, cool, and collected. Lets the low throw rip. And then he lets the floor have it as he stomps his foot and beats his chest. And that's well deserved. That was a big, big play for Musafa Jones.
And it makes the lead 4 with 5 seconds to go. Oh, Nelly.
What a clutch play on the big stage.
Jack could go full Keith Jackson because these kids, they don't know. They don't know when I go full Keith. Look at this throw.
Nobody's worried about Keith right now, Scott.
The Rancheros Huevos on that guy. He's gone up to 97. First and 10. Final play. Henry. And that'll do it. Musafa with a 4-point win.
Look at Musafa.
Good sportsmanship. All right, it's a 65 overall sportsmanship. And you're almost blown away. 4-point win, but we're not done. Swing over to the other side. There's 16 seconds left. Ball at the 44. Chaos trailing by a field goal.
Got more action.
Does have a timeout. So if he can get about 10 yards, we could be looking at overtime.
This is interesting. It's a situation for Chaos. Right now, you got to play for that field goal.
Mariota can't take a sack. The throw, and he's got a man. Maybe not the animation you wanted.
You shouldn't be complaining, though. You got to be happy that you got yourself
the catch. You got it at the 33. It's going to be a 50-yarder for Chaos.
He's worried about the wind.
And the wind, I can't see it. No wind.
think he kicked it perfectly.
The kick is up. Are we headed for overtime? Wow. Yes!
Oh.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Chaos. I don't know what's so dumb. I don't know what you can be complaining about. You just came up big.
Reminder, overtime rules in the NFL is same as John Madden football. You score a touchdown on your first drive, it's over. If you score a field goal, then True's going to have an opportunity to battle back and either win or tie it. Spin.
Mad about something. I don't know what he could be mad about. He gets the ball to start overtime.
I don't know.
Don't get in your feelings now. This is a big game.
17-17.
Look at the player cam right there. Look at the focus of these two young men.
Mariota. And Chaos takes a sack. Clark gets in there on the pressure.
Dodge City Chaos, part of that Dodge City esports team. Trying to represent, get his first win here in Ultimate League, going up against True Boy. Made the most, tied for making the most live events in the MCS era. One of the most consistent players we got.
Here in overtime. Forget about the clock. It's meaningless. Throw.
This is big. Huge play coming up here, Coltrane.
The bell tolls in a 17-17 game, 3rd and 7.
True could really put Chaos in an awkward situation if he could stop him from getting the first down here.
And there's the heat! Brown with a second sack of the game. And you gotta go. I mean, you don't have a punter. You punt it and you basically just give True the win.
You don't get this and you give True the win. So what you're telling me is this is for the ball game. If you're True Boy.
4th in the game. Chaos needs to get to the 32.
I think True Boy's gonna send the dogs right here.
Mariota has a pocket, has time, and throws it. And this could be... No, Anthony Barr will not pick six it.
I don't think that was Barr. I think that's Brown.
Was that Brown?
Jayon Brown.
Makes a sack and makes a play.
Number 55.
Yeah, not tall enough to be Barr.
He's the team of the week budget linebacker. Only costed 20 cap, but he makes plays. He's on a lot of people's roster.
Had 2 sacks and an INT. You see 55 in Madden make a big play.
You think it's... I don't blame you. And here's True. This is for the win.
This will win it in overtime for True.
Make sure he doesn't get his kick blocked here. It's possible. He didn't kick this perfectly. He didn't get the perfect at the top, and it looks like he's right outside that accuracy window. If the kick's not blocked, it'll be good, though.
The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. True gets the win.
Good show of respect right there from Chaos. That was a hard-fought battle for both of them, an emotional game. And True with the huge interception in overtime on 4th down to propel his Ultimate League record to 2-2. Get back on the winning track. Good ball game.
And Chaos is still 0 for the season. 28-24 win for Musafa over Tweez. True in overtime, 20-17. Let's go to Adrian Lawrence with both True Boy and Chaos.
Chaos, now you're 0-4. You did have a high moment there with that 4th down conversion to keep the drive alive and to force it into OT. But ultimately, what happened?
I got up 4. Was in a good spot. There was about 1:10 left. He had no timeouts. I made a big mistake and didn't put my middle linebacker in the deep blue. I almost never don't put a middle linebacker in the deep blue. I don't know what I was doing. I had another fumble on conservative. That's my second one of the seasons. That was rough, but I was in a position to win, and I just didn't get it done.
And True Boy, you did get the win here, but it was a low-scoring game, and it seemed like there was some struggle there. How would you evaluate your performance?
I played very poorly on offense. I didn't expect his defense to be that, stout. I couldn't run the ball at all, and I think he wanted me to get the ball in OT. Actually, I heard him say that. So, he had a good game plan for me, and I played really poorly, but I could play better. I know I can.
In Chaos, as I said, not yet having that win on the board. In terms of looking forward in the rest of the season, what's your outlook?
I just got to keep playing well. I played well in the first game. Things didn't go my way. I played well in this game. Things didn't go my way. I just got to keep playing my game and hope it works out.
And Shermoy, in terms of this last play here, you waited to kick it. Why is that?
I waited because I didn't get the perfect kick, and I knew that usually it gets blocked, and I got my kick blocked twice versus Musafa, so I was kind of nervous about that.
Well, it was a very engaging game. Thank you to you both, and the best of luck to you in the rest of the season. Dave and Rico, to you.